Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a crash course on limits. All right, so the first thing that you need to know about limits is the notation. So we write it like this: Lim of some function f of x as x goes to some number n. And this is usually just f of n. But you'll see that some functions are different than others and you cannot just plug in n to find the solution. What we have here is a pretty straightforward example. So if we wanted to take the limit of f of x as x goes to, let's say, 3, we would just plug 3 into all the x's here. So we're going to get 2 times 3 squared plus 3 plus 5, which is then 26. And that is the solution. The limit of our function f of x as x goes to 3 is then just 26. Right, so our next example is not so straightforward because this function does not exist when x is 0. So if you recall, our function looks a little something like this. So if we take the limit of our function 1 over x and we send x to 0, we get that it does not exist. Because if we look here, it is, when it's 0, it is both negative infinity and positive infinity at the same time, which cannot happen, does not exist. So, but the one thing that we can do with limits is we can look at what happens when we approach from the left-hand side or the right-hand side of a limit. All right, so we're going to take a closer look at this function and we're going to see what happens when x approaches 0 from the right and x approaches 0 from the left. All right, so I have a little bit more notation for you. So when we say when a limit approaches from the left, some function f of x, we write a plus and a minus sign. So when we say that x approaches n from the left, we use a minus sign. And when x approaches n from the right, we use a positive sign. So if we look at our function over here, and we take the limit of 1 over x, we send x to 0, but we send it from the right. What happens here? When we go from the right, x goes to positive infinity. Therefore, that is our answer. And then, if we take the limit of our function 1 over x, and we send x to 0 from the left-hand side, if we look here, from the left-hand side, we go down to negative infinity. And that is our answer. Thank you so much for watching. This has actually been part of my final project for my math degree. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them in the comments below. Once again, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.